We're going to start off with the Windmill Six Nations Men's Cup semi-finals. And the first semi-final brings to the hockey England and Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome first Team England, Glenn Durant, Tony O'Shea, Martin Atkins, Scott Wades and Gary Thompson. Team England! And their opponents, Team Wales, Wayne Warren, Mark Layton, Martin Phillips, Johnny Clayton and David Smith-Hayes. Team Wales! All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. For our first leg, on stage will stay Glenn and Wayne. That means we're going to say goodbye for now to Tony, to Martin, to Scott, to Gary, to Mark, to Martin, to Johnny, and to David. And your referee for this first section of this semi-final, Mr. Richard Ashdown.
So it's time for the men's semi-final. England versus Wales. Great lineup here. On Texel, on England's side, we're seeing Glenn Durant, Tony O'Shea, Martin Atkins, Scott Wades and Gary Thompson. And for Wales, it's Wayne Warren, Mark Layton, Martin Phillips, Johnny Clayton and David Smith-Hayes. Send us all your thoughts, all your comments or questions on Twitter @NDBDarts or use the hashtag 6Nations2013. Really be with us here and contact us so we can have some discussion about the tournaments and ask good questions, silly questions or funny questions. It doesn't matter.
Should be a great game this, Niels.
I'm sure it will if you look at all the top players here on stage.
First leg, England. Row first. Game on.
First of the two semi-finals. After this, the Dutch team against the team from Northern Ireland.
45.
And after that, the two finals.
Yeah, it's 6 out of the 10 players here on stage played also on the big lakeside stage. Beginning of January, where Anastasia Dobromislova and Scott Wades were crowned champions, and we will see Scott later on. He's playing the 4th leg of this match to start off, of course.
$125. 45. England require 134.
Well, Glenn got 6 darts to put away 134.
94.
40 left. No outshot for Wayne.
Well, there's going to be some pressure on the stops for Durant because
147.
Warren leaves an excellent double here. But it's first the stops for England.
Game shot on the first.
Just 1 dart needed there. No struggling on the doubles for Glenn Durant. And it's 1-0 already. I was just looking, Simon, and I see that James Wilson is their reserve. I can't find him, I can't see him anywhere.
Well, he's a little bit taller than Little Richard, so we should find him somewhere, but
everybody's a little bit
it was a
taller
late
than
night for
Richard.
James.
Yeah, maybe he's ill, I'm just thinking maybe he's ill or something, I don't know. We will find out before the match is finished.
We will ask around.
And the thing is, Wales came here with only 5 men, so they can't use a reserve. And I think it's in the rules that if a player gets injured, you can use a team manager. I think it's really in the rules, because it's quite a risk if you're traveling with 5 players.
This is the only tournament where you can bring a reserve player?
Yes, it is. Yes, on the other tournaments like the Europe Cups or the World Cups, you can bring them, but only if a player gets injured. If there is some rule in the WGF rules that if a player isn't able to play or isn't able to walk, you can use an extra player. But
Okay.
the draw has been made months prior to the tournament, so to keep the tournament 100% pure, you need those rules.
134.
Good start from Mark against the England skipper, Tony O'Shea.
100.
Bringing his experience to the hockey.
Well, we saw Tony dancing as well yesterday, and he's fit on this stage. Always a pleasure to have O'Shea
45.
at your tournament.
Players have to find their rhythm. A lot of players on the practice board at this moment.
100.
And when the match progresses, less practice darts are being thrown because players are warm.
100.
Can Tony punish Mark? Unlucky. Great darts from Tony. Mark has to take this one on.
But still, it's 55th 5-year-old Leighton on 97 now. They can't finish.
57.
So to break the throw, Tony needs to hit double 20.
Game shot on the second leg. To England.
It's
Wow.
nice to see how fanatic O'Shea always is, also on the tops. He will do the same if he produces a 9 or 10 or 11 darter, he will shout and be happy. But also if he wins the leg with 24 darts, he's just happy that the leg is in.
Martin Phillips.
True sportsman, he wants to win. Next up, two experienced players, Martin Atkins and the man from Wales with the most experience of them all, Martin Phillips.
England against Wales. It was the final of the Six Nations Cup last year in England. And of course, the Six Nations Cup darts has been played since 2002. Wales won it once, Scotland won it twice, and England all the other editions. So, if you ask me, well, I'm Dutch, so I'm gonna be honest. We need a new winner here.
It's time for change.
It's time for change. Change is good, Simon. Change is good.
Well, with the ladies we were lucky to be in the final, to be honest, but well, they have a good chance of winning.
Game on.
As in that game against the English ladies, you can see that the short format can be very hard if you're not throwing your doubles.
60.
We saw it on the face of Lorraine Farlam, really emotional after that last leg, the deciding leg which she lost against Sharon Prince.
100.
In the meantime,
Great darts for Martin. They need to break back.
oh,
First to 13.
100.
what a good dart player this is, Martin Phillips. Always enjoy seeing him play, so steady. He's a nice guy as well, very social, relaxed. He just enjoys and likes to play darts.
100. 60.
And here's Martin Atkins from Yorkshire.
140.
Plays in, well, he says the strongest team in the world, the Yorkshire team, together with boys like John Walton and Scott Waits.
89. England require 101.
It's 101 now for England, so treble 20. No, it's a treble 5, so 86 left. Treble 18 on the ball. I think he goes for treble 18. Yep, but he misses it.
53. Wales require 72.
Important finish this. 20 in tops now for Wales. We get to 2-1.
52.
Pulled it to go 3-0 in ahead. Martin needs 48. Double 16.
16.
Just outside.
Wales require 20. Game shot in the third leg. To Wales.
And it's in. So it's 2-1, and it is an important dart because there's a big difference to 1 or 3-0. We said it before the last 2 days. If the difference gets bigger than 3 legs in the men's system, it's quite hard to fight your way back. You have to break several times then. And it's all about the momentum, which is in the middle, I think. Can't say anything yet about this game. There's a new music now on stage. We have used the same one for the last 2.5 days. And well, like yesterday, we played 150 legs. So 150 legs of Chelsea Dagger. It's a bit too much. So
Fourth leg, Wales to throw first. Game on. $100. $140. 85.
Well,
180.
the world champion shows us why he is the world champion.
45. $55. 59. England require
A long way behind. Johnny is. Not going to the 19s because he's got 6 darts. But there's the pressure from Johnny.
180.
Great darts.
England requires 68.
To have another break, double 16.
Game
Yes.
shot on the fourth leg.
Great darts from the world champion. Scotty too hotty. And the English team edges back in front for 3 legs, 2-1. 4 legs played. Next up, Gary Thompson and David Smith-Hayes. Six practice darts for both players. And after this, when all players have been at the hockey, just 3 practice darts each leg.
Fifth leg, England to throw first. Game on.
On stage now, David Smith-Hayes, 46 years old. From Hope Valley, he's a lorry driver. Playing against Gary Thompson, well known on the circuit. Lakeside quarterfinalist.
$55.
And Gary is from Silsden. He's an engineer, 48 years old.
96. $44. 43.
It's also their first leg
60.
after a day break, so always getting used to the stage again. For the first
40.
15 to 21 darts for the first leg, and after that, players normally will play their own level. Really slow player, this Smith Hayes.
140.
Aiming every dart, needs energy for every new dart he thrown. And the exact opposite is this man, Gary Thompson.
123.
David is standing right on the left of the hockey.
I'm
Not
getting
straight, but
I'm getting tired only looking at this. If you play a game from like, I don't know,
145.
first to 7 sets, like the Lakeside final, standing like this. Meantime, Thompson on 80. So he went for the treble 16 but didn't hit it. And also the third dart went to the same target, but
Wales require 57.
this style needs a lot of energy. Not very fluent.
But he is throwing on tops here. For 3-2 in the game, he needs double 10.
47. England require 56.
To keep the throw, double 9.
38.
And for the fourth
Wales
consecutive
require 10.
break, David has to hit double 5.
And also the double 2 is missed, so
England
a bit
require
struggling here,
18.
both gentlemen. Thompson on double 9 and he hits it. So instead of 3-2, it is 4-1 now after the first 5 legs of this match. All players play one leg now. And it's safe to say that they have to wake up a little bit.
And for Wales, Johnny Clayton.
Wales have to step up their game. Difference can't be that much.
Yes, and the difference is 4 legs already, and Wales is starting this leg now. 3 legs already, of course, Simon, 3 legs. What I wanted to say is, Wales is starting this leg, and if England can break again, it will be 4 legs difference.
6th leg, Wales to throw.
You're right, Niels, you're right, as ever. Well, Wales is struggling.
66.
They can't give England any more chances. Otherwise they will run away with it.
And also
137.
quite strange if you look at the start of this tournament for Wales. They played their first game on Saturday, was the second game of today in Group 2 against the Netherlands. And they lost that game with 21-4. And now they're here in the semi-final. Because they beat Scotland 13-12. Cracking match that was. And Holland also beat Scotland, so Scotland was lost in their pool, in their group.
100.
And England beat Republic of Ireland quite easy, 16-9.
180.
And Northern Ireland with 7-18, while Atkins produces the second 180 for England in this match.
139.
Wales needed at the reply. But Martin won the throw at this moment. Loose dart there. Composing himself.
77.
Why not stay on a 20 when you're on 99? That's my opinion. If you're going for the 19 first, that is a change.
Just outside. No finish here.
96.
So to go 5-1 in front.
So 3 double 4 here for Atkins and a 5-1 lead.
14. Wales require 4.
Well, Johnny has to hit this.
Come on, Johnny. Make your country proud.
Game
Yes, and he does. It's 4-2.
to Wales.
Was a close call there. Like I said, if he got broken again, the problems were bigger and bigger for Wales. But hey, they're still in this match. And it's only 4-2 now.
Wales, David Smith-Hayes.
So everything can happen, I think. And Scott Waits now, the Lakeside World Champion on stage. Playing, I can say, a myth. The man, the myth, the veteran.
Well, Scott showed us already he's in form. Playing well these last 2 days. And behind us the English team is preparing themselves for the rest of the match. English ladies supporting their man.
Game on.
Well, here we go.
119.
Looks so easy when he's throwing his darts.
I'm wondering, Waits is a fast player. And if he gets in his rhythm, he is the best of everybody. That's the reason why he's Lakeside World Champion. But now he's playing Smith-Hayes,
100.
who is one of the slowest players of the whole field. So, interesting leg this is.
Well, he can't be bothered, I think.
140.
And please don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, send us your tweets and all your questions and comments by using the @NDBDarts Twitter account or hashtag 6Nations2013
89.
and follow us to keep updated about all Dutch darts.
$100.
142 left after 9 darts. Long way behind David.
$99.
So it's a 1-4-2 here for England. So treble 20. No, didn't hit it. So only thing he can do is leave a good double here, which he does. Perfect darts. 110 to leave, double 16. Gonna be back for that.
Will there be some pressure on that double for Scott?
$60.
No, that's not the pressure
32.
Wales needed. So double 16 here for Waits. 2 darts left for that. 1 dart left for that.
16.
No.
Wales require 153.
Will be a great finish to get Wales definitely back in the game. But he needed a treble 20 and he missed that.
$38. England requires 16.
Double 8.
Game showing the
It's in 5-2 ahead. The English team is.
Yes, and in your screen now the correct Twitter account @NDBDarts or hashtag 6Nations2013. Don't be ashamed, just send us everything you think about this tournament, about the players, about us, about the stage, about the Krim, about Texel, about darts in general. It really doesn't matter. Stay with us. We are live streaming the whole event, all matches today until the prize ceremony. later this afternoon.
For Wales, Wayne Warren.
When I was talking about the man and the myth, I was talking about the guy on your left here, Mr. Warren. I saw him getting a special prize because he has reached the 50 caps for his country. He was at the Women's 6 Nations Cup 2 years ago in Scotland. He was standing on that stage with his memento, crying like a little baby, because that's the proud man he is to represent Wales. And we just heard that Sean McGowan,
Wales to throw first. Game on.
Sean McGowan from Ireland, will be playing in Canada, the World Cup this year. And he told me it's going to be his 100 times for his country, the Republic of Ireland.
100. 100. 100. 81. 95. 177.
Oh, great shot here from Warren from Wales. He leaves 83. It's Thompson on 206. So
46.
good finish here for Wales. Can be done by throwing the treble 17. No, he hits the single, so 16 in bullseye. He's going for it. No, he missed that.
47. England require 160.
Wayne will be back for double 18.
95.
To get one
Wales
leg
require
back
36.
and
Game
make the
start.
difference.
And
Only
the
2.
to Wales.
That's no problem for Wayne Warren. We just spoke with Trina Gulliver for a second, asking where James Wilson is. She's not sure. She's going to find out for us. So, as we promised, we will tell you
For the United players,
where James is.
For England, Glenn Durrant, and for Wales, Mark Layton.
The substitute for the English team. If you look at this shot, there's also a balcony. It's you can't see it on the screen right now. There are quite some spectators there enjoying the darts here on the Krim on Texel.
A lot of tourists here in Texel, in the Krim, a great park, and they are enjoying the darts like we do.
And also they organize a darts tournament in January, the Texel Darts Trophy. So if you want to visit Texel and you're not afraid of a bit of snow, come in January and play some darts as well.
Game on.
Glenn Durant, so the substitute for James Wilson. He's 42. His nickname is Dazza. He's from Middlesbrough. And he won the 2012 England Classic. Great player. Doesn't play a lot, I think. Doesn't travel a lot.
85. 59.
Mark also a slow player. So there are 2 slow players in the Welsh team. But the English are adapting well.
100. 140.
question from Barry van Peer asking who will be the substitute of the Dutch team playing Northern Ireland. Well, we don't know yet, but we will ask
100.
our coach Dennis van Onselen if he has decided yet. If the averages are the decider, that would be very difficult, because yesterday all 5 Dutchmen, or all 6 Dutchmen, were playing between 29 and 30 average.
$55. England require 142.
Well, we had Trina Gulliver at our table again, and if we can show our table with the camera, well, maybe we can wait for this shot first. Just give the guys a few seconds.
$85.
To Darcy, so it's Durand on 84, with Leighton waiting on 76. So treble 20. Yeah, it's in. So double 12 here for Durand in England and 6-3. Oh, what a shot!
Great darts from Glenn to make it a 3-leg difference again. Next up, the skipper Tony O'Shea.
Yes, and here Trina Gulliver just gave us a card. If we can have the camera on the table, yeah, thank you. And this is the card, and on below you see the reason why James Wilson isn't here. And it says Trina Golden Girl Gulliver, 9 times world champion. But also it says that James went to find some steams, there are shafts for his darts. So he has a material problem then. Gonna be back soon. So he got a problem with his darts. Well, that's quite rare, to be honest. And in your screen, it is in Dutch. I know it's in Dutch, but I will explain it. It's some information about the Dutch ranking system. We have our own ranking. The next tournament is on the 24th of March in Lent, organized by the RDB, one of our regional organizations. And our rankings decide also the national selection, and from the national selection, from those players, all teams are selected for events like this. So to all Dutch viewers, I would like to invite you to pay a visit to our website www.ndbdarts.nl and play in our ranking. $95. $60. $83. Good shot here from Silverback, 180 for England, and good timing as well. So after 9 darts, Tony O'Shea is on 136, but this is Martin Phillips.
Back to back, great darts.
$88. Wales require 43.
It stops for Phillips now. Oh, good shot here. What a leg this was. All veterans on stage. While they're leaving, Sijmon, you got some news for us, I'm thinking.
Yeah, we asked Dennis van Onselen who will be the substitute in the next game, the semi-final against Northern Ireland. It will be Dennis de Kloeze. So our debutant will sit out his next game.
All right. Yeah, I saw Benito van der Pas walking here with his darts and practicing, so I had a clue there. I didn't know which player it was.
Well, nobody wants to be a substitute in this kind of format and this kind of match.
No.
But it's a hard thing to do. But
yeah, and it's the hardest choice you can make. I don't want to be Dennis at that moment because each decision will have their plus points and minus points.
11th leg, England to throw first. Game on.
And it is actually a choice just to bring 5 players. Because the pressure is off for all 5 players because they're sure they will play.
125.
But, to be honest, it's quite silly not to bring a substitute if it's possible. Good first start for Leighton, right in the middle of the treble. Can he put one next to it? No, he can't. Not even close.
it looks like he's speeding up a bit, Mark.
96.
Yes, and this is the first leg of the third session of 5 legs each. Now it's 6-4 for England. So it's still close.
First to 13.
100. 100.
So, like we mentioned before, after this, it will be the second semi-final between the Dutch team against Northern Ireland. And after that, the 2 finals.
85.
First the ladies, then the men.
$55. England require 95. $55.
At about 4 o'clock Dutch time, the ladies final will be played. And our national pride, our Dutch team, will play the Welsh ladies.
59. England require
Will
40.
our ladies win this cup for the first time?
No score. Wales require 117.
No score there for England, so it's Wales back on with this 117. What can Leighton do with this?
Not much, Niels.
No, I can see that. Yes, Mr. O'Shea was a 5er.
England require 40.
Tony O'Shea just standing here, watching on the same screen as we do.
No score.
Double trouble.
Wales require 93.
Has to take this chance. This opportunity.
Second time players are struggling to hit doubles against this player, this Leighton, so he gets another shot.
69. England require 40. Wales require 24.
Unbelievable. But it's true, Gary Thompson, you are giving away presents here. And it's Leighton on double 12 to open up his gift. Thank you very much.
Shot and the 11th player to Wales.
And he's happy with it as well.
Well, everybody is happy when he gets presents.
Yeah, that is true, but it was quite a hard shout if you ask me, and well, Gary Thompson gave that leg away. But hey, that's also part of this game. You see Martin Phillips back on stage. We have a question here on Twitter. Always nice to get questions from L Slowcomb. And she asked us, At NB Darts, can you please tell me why the ladies have only 9 legs and the men 25? Well, it's quite easy. There are only 3 ladies and there are 5 men in each team. And they play against each opponent once. That's how simple it is.
Throw first. Game on.
If there would be 5 ladies, it will be exactly the same. And it is indeed a short format, but if you look at the playing days,
100.
we have been playing starting on Friday evening until now, and we only had an 8-hour sleep, some at 4 hours sleep. Standing on stage now. It has been long days, packed with matches.
Well, Wales got an opportunity here to level the game. With the throw, Martin Phillips.
60.
And we thought the English were running away with this game, but look what a
42.
difference a leg make.
$66.
Unlucky there.
Yeah, it was, because the first dart was perfect, but then one dropped to the left and the other one dropped to the right and hit the other dart. So instead of a Tom 40, you just throw 76.
$95.
Here he goes again, Martin Phillips.
150.
Bashing the treble. And it's Durant who has to produce some trebles.
$97. Wales require 100.
6 darts for Martin Phillips.
65.
Needs a big score, Glenn, to pressurize the 70 of Martin.
99. Wales require 70.
Tops.
50.
No, it didn't hit it, so now it's back to England.
Require 108.
Trading places here, because now it's Wales struggling on the double. Treble 19. Yes, he hits it. Double 16 for 108. Oh!
Just outside
Wales require 20.
to level the game. Double 4.
Game
There it is.
to Wales.
All square again. 6 legs all.
We have seen some cracking matches here on Texel, but this is going to be a same as well, because it's 6-all already. We're going to have a change of refs there. Marco Meyer on stage now, and Richard Ashdown is taking a break, jumping off the stairs right now. And Tony O'Shea, the captain he is, just waiting, chatting with some ladies from Wales. And below your screen you see Dita Hetman sitting. Dita, I don't think she's feeling well. She hasn't played a lot. Substitute for the English ladies. Sitting next to me, always a pleasure.
There we go.
Hello, my friend.
Am I high enough?
You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I've enjoyed that. Really
Yeah.
good.
And why was that?
Just a great match.
Yeah, I know, but tell us your point of views of the first 12 legs, because it's 6-all now.
Yeah, I mean, England got off to a great start, 4-1 up. Wales have really dug in some key doubles. The big leg, of course, is the Gary Thompson leg. One of the most reliable players I think I've seen in this format, Gary Thompson. I was shocked standing there watching him miss 9 darts at a double.
Yeah, but not only in one leg, in several legs.
Yeah, I mean, that key leg that we've just seen near the end there against Wayne Warren, I think it was. Missing all the darts at the double.
Well,
Very
it wasn't
surprising.
against Wayne, I think, but doesn't matter.
No, against Mark Layton, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think they're trading places a bit. It's a strange game because also England is missing doubles on strange moments, and
Yeah.
Wales is as well.
Yeah. It's going to be great drama from here on in. But it's one of those games that, as a referee, that's the only position I can judge it from. I'm not a player, so I can feel the buzz up there and the tension amongst the players. There's some atmosphere. Even when it's silent, you know, you can feel the buzz.
Yes, and my theory is because we're playing on this great stage, it's streamed worldwide, and also the players get a lot of reactions. SMSs or WhatsApps or emails or tweets or Facebook messages about all their friends, family and fans are watching, and that gives some extra pressure as well. They really want to win this because the world is watching right now.
Yeah, and I know it's 2013, Niels, but people still get phone calls as well.
Oh, and phone calls and letters maybe.
Telegram.
Post-its. Hieroglyphs.
125.
Tony O'Shea looking to steady the ship here. It's been a captain's performance from Tony on and off the hockey this weekend.
Oh, I started on 19s there on a 153. It's a choice. It didn't work out now, so it's O'Shea on 39.
Loves the double 16, doesn't he? Straight in the middle of the big 7. Double 16. A lucky 13th leg from England's point of view.
Yeah?
And as I say, steadies the ship.
Yeah, there was a 17 darts leg from O'Shea here. Old Silverback. Good leg and brings him the advantage in the game again. 7-6 now for England.
How can you see it going? Jacques and I in the previous match talked a lot about momentum. This is the first match I think we've seen in the men's event where we're going one leg either side.
Sorry, Richard.
I know.
There was somebody dancing behind you.
If Tony O'Shea's dancing,
yeah,
we have to
yeah,
stop
yeah.
and watch.
You were saying?
Yeah, this is the first match I think this weekend in the men's game where we haven't seen clumps of legs won.
No,
It's
that's
been
right.
3 legs to one side, 3 legs. This one, at the moment, the last 6 legs or so have gone one leg either side.
If I'm being honest, if I look at the previous matches, the group matches, I think England has another gear, and I'm not sure Wales has it. They are all good players, don't get me wrong, but if I look at the group matches, I think the English players showed that they are maybe in a better form. But it is about time they shift in that gear because you're playing Wales.
Well, that leg from Tony O'Shea did break a run of 3 legs from Wales. As I say, I can see this swinging each way. David Smith-Hayes has looked really solid.
Can you see him playing a first to 7 sets match?
Yeah, what, in that stance you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems that this kind of game suits him. He's been
Yeah,
at the last
exactly.
few World and European Cups and done very well. The problem for us, Niels, a lot of the Welsh and Scottish internationals, unlike the English, don't seem to do the travel on the European circuit. We don't get to see as much of them. So it's harder to judge their form. The English guys, we're seeing them all the time, and the Dutch.
How come?
I don't know. I
It's
mean,
hard
I
to
guess.
travel from Wales or,
Yeah, I
or
guess-
Ireland or.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know the likes of Johnny Clayton who live in the far sort of southwest of Wales. Anywhere you travel, you've got a 4-hour drive before you start.
Yeah. 85. That's one of amongst several other reasons why I quit playing darts. I was fed up driving all the time to matches in Holland.
Living out of a suitcase is never easy. I know that from my own point of view. I mean,
Living
but
in a suitcase.
I have the
what?
luxury of being able to sleep in one. That's right.
You don't buy a ticket. You just bring your luggage and throw it in the cabin.
I was on a flight a few weeks ago and they actually tried to stow me in the overhead lockers.
Bobby did.
I wasn't going to mention him.
It's a flight to Dubai, I think.
Yeah, I must say quickly, you mentioned that trip to Dubai. We went on a promotional tour. Just really good for the game of darts in general, I think. There were representatives of both the BDO and the PDC in the group that travelled. We had some current players and some legends.
Yeah, I saw Adams there.
Yeah, Martin Adams played really, really well. His form of the last year has been one of the poorest years he's had since being a professional, but I can see him coming out of it.
Yeah, I heard that he's not here because he's struggling with his form a bit for the last 12 months already, I think. Also, of course, on Lakeside he lost against Jimi Hendrix the first round. He had some problems, but I read some tweets also from Daryl Fitton that he's playing well again. And the trip to Dubai was a good break, I think.
I tell you, I know it was an exhibition type event, but he looks really good.
Well,
really good.
Always good to hear.
And he is in the 13-man full England squad. You know, he's not gone from the England scene. He's just not in this current team here this weekend.
Yeah, I know that. He's not been picked. But still, it's yeah. You miss him somehow, because I'm used to see Wolfie walking around here, leading the English team.
Tony O'Shea has been very humble in saying he's keeping the captaincy warm for Mr. Adams. But Tony's done a great job here, and you'll be watching Martin Atkins. Tony, I guarantee you, stage side. I can see him behind us, cheering on his man.
164 here for Wales. Would be nice to see a really high finish in this tournament. It's not going to be this leg.
So from 6-6, it could be 8-6 to England. And he's hit the double, and look what it means to Martin Atkins. Look at him.
Come on, he says. He's from Yorkshire, right? And Atkins always tell me we have the strongest team in the world. He played with Scott Waits, I think, John Walton. Do you know some other players?
Yeah, Gary Thompson.
Gary Thompson, of course.
And James Wilson that's here. There are four.
And James Wilson.
Yeah, Yorkshire could genuinely have their own international team.
Okay, yeah.
We've had 3 world champions from Yorkshire.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that is a strong
That's
team.
as many world champions as we've had from the Netherlands. So if you look at it that way.
Are you comparing it with the Netherlands?
No, I mean it's a compliment to the Yorkshire guys. That we've had 3 Welsh world champions. We've had 2 Scottish. We've had 3 from Yorkshire. So there is an argument that they could have their own. But having said that, I wouldn't want to take them out of this England side.
Well, you just said it before them, so they will use it. You helped them a bit there, Richard. Do you have any idea why James Wilson isn't here? We were wondering, Simon, Timmins and me were wondering where James is.
He's not here in the building, you mean?
No.
Well, at some stage, I'll have to go undercover to find out, because I'm either on stage or sitting next to you, Niels. I don't get all the gossip.
We'll try to find out a way to find out what happened with Dodger. In the meantime, Warren was going for a 9 darter with his 4th dart, but his 2nd dart is just below, so 181 left.
To be honest, Niels, there's nowhere else I'd rather be than watching the darts. What a leg of darts this is. Scott Waits, I'd love to see his individual average in this match. He just scored 98 there. It's probably his only shot below 100.
Look at this, Richard.
Don't bust it, Wayne.
133.
He only missed 2 darts on target now, including the last one, because he wanted to hit a treble 13 there. So after 9, he's on 48 and Waits. Yes, he's going for the ball. 12 dart leg. Oh, what a leg, Richard!
And look at Wayne Warren's face there. Through 9 darts, he scored 453. Never got a shot. That's the leg of the tournament so far, I'm sure.
Wow, look at this. And
as I say, look at Tony O'Shea there in your shot. Going down. The World Championship finalists there, embrace. Well, touch bellies anyway. And even congratulations in the background from Julie Gore. And that's how it's been this weekend.
Sorry?
That's how it's been. The 6 Nations here cheering each other on.
Very friendly, very friendly. We're all friends, and also in the night time we have a big pub here, and we open it up. We had live music yesterday.
Was there?
With live music.
Was there any singers?
Yeah, there was a small guy singing some lady songs. And but anyway, the teams are very friendly with each other, and it's a great atmosphere. But if they get on stage, it's war. If you're at the hockey, if you look at the teams practicing here, you can hear them cheering them on. Come on, and yeah. part of the game.
I don't think, though, there's an ounce of animosity against the opponent in your heart. When they play for their country, it's 100% win for my country. It's not about beating another country. Do you see what I mean?
Or
That's the
player.
feeling I get.
Yeah.
That you see, this is a match. They're playing single legs up there, and they celebrate like they've won a tournament.
Somehow it releases the honor to play for your country.
Martin Phillips is one of the least motive guys on the hockey, and even you'll see him clenching his fist. And
it's also the team spirit, of course.
Exactly.
I think you see the same in your county games or with us in Holland in our Super League games. If you put 4 dart players together in a team, you get one solid machine of darts.
I must say, like in the BDO and WDF system, there's no prize money or fee for playing for your country. And I think it speaks volumes when you see how much it means to the players. It's all about national pride, and I can't speak for every dart player on the planet, but I don't think that there's a professional dart player that wouldn't play for his country for nothing.
And the tweets are proving that, because we've got a lot of tweets from other professional dart players the last few days, including players like Andy Fordham or even Chris Mason watching the Women's 6 Nations Cup here. And I'm sure there will be much more.
I do a lot of exhibitions where professional players will do a Q&A after the match or after the show. And there's 2 or 3 that I can name that when asked what their finest moment is, and everyone's expecting them to say a World Championship win or a big grudge match, they say playing for their country.
Really?
Yeah, Bobby George will always say his finest moment was the first time he pulled on an England shirt. Wayne Mardell says exactly the same.
Really? Great.
Yeah, and you've got current players like Scott Mitchell. It means far more to him wearing the England shirt than it does winning tournaments.
Oh, that's really the sportsman talking here. It's not always about money or fame.
I can understand, of course, any professional dart player doing what's best for themselves and their family. I just think in an ideal world, every dart player would enjoy it if the international scene was separate from politics and you can just play for your country.
Of course, Richard. I totally agree with that, 100%. At the end of the day, we're all dart players and we all want to do the same.
I can tell you for a fact, Tony O'Shea often asked the question about switching from BDO to PDC. A driving force of him staying within this system is playing for England.
I think that counts for more players than only Tony O'Shea.
Yeah, I'm just saying, he was on my screen.
Also in Holland. There will be a solution once, Richard, on the international situation, I'm sure.
I don't like the politics, I'll just rather stick to the darts. That's what I love.
You started about politics, Richard. Meantime, 90 here for Smith Hayes. And his leg, so it's an important one. Each leg is important.
I love how that flight's covering the treble 20. So, glad
Or
it's
the-
out
or
of
the
his
finger
hand. We
double.
want bull.
Oh.
56.
And to be honest, Richard, this dart can bring England the 10th leg, and the difference will be 4 legs then. Is that difference too big, you think?
I think so, yeah. I was talking about matches going in clumps of legs. Wales won 3 legs in a row to make it 6-all. England have just won the last 4. So I don't think the Welsh players are going to be very happy with referee Marco Meyer because they've not won a leg since he went on the stage.
So it's Marco Meyer's fault now.
Well, Jacques implied that
I'm going to tell him that.
Yeah, Jacques
And
implied that in the
Richard-
last match, that me or Marco somehow have an influence on how games are going.
Richard, he's bigger than you know that, right?
Who isn't?
Look at there. There's a little child sitting here.
Okay.
I think it's 7 months old. Well, we're not ready with this match. It's Wayne Warren on stage again against Martin Atkins.
17th leg, it's England's 12th.
So, to summarize the games played already today for people just tuning in, we started with the women's 5th and 6th place match. Ireland, the Republic of Ireland against Northern Ireland was 5-3. After that, it was Republic of Ireland against Scotland for the men's, the same kind of match, 13-5. And then we started with the semi-finals. First semi-final of the ladies, England against Holland.
Well, Wayne Warren.
I'm going to pause for a second because Richard want to say something.
Well, I was just going to say, he's carried on from where he left off.
Wayne Warren is. I want to see his average also, Richard.
Well, in his last 4 visits prior to this, he's scored 633 points, so you can work out the average.
45.
Just dragged it down a bit.
Anyhow, the Dutch ladies beat England and
85.
Wales beat Scotland in the second women's semi-final. Now we're watching England against Wales for the men's.
Wayne Warren will not let you get a word in, will he? Look at this! And relief for Wayne Warren that after 9 darts on this occasion, he will get a shot at the finish.
Again after 9 darts and 96 here.
60. Wales, you require 96.
The old veteran, treble 20. No,
Can't believe he missed the treble.
still on.
56. England to require 116.
116 here for England. Oh, he's going to get a dart and a double. 16. Yes, it's going to be double top.
Martin off on pulls these. He wants to keep it high.
76.
I think he did. He thought that way.
Wales, you require 40. Yeah,
There we go.
17 now.
13 darts again, Richard.
Fantastic darts. Top form, Wayne Warren.
We are watching some great darts now at the end, and the difference now is 3 legs.
We'll mark that one down for Wales.
So a few minutes ago we were saying that the difference was too big, but I'm hesitating now because Wales got the spirit back again.
Oh, there's plenty of spirit. Don't worry about that. Just on that
From England, Scott Waits for Wales, Mark Leighton.
that point about Martin Atkins with the double top. He's very conscious that he often snatches it below, and I think he's one of them players that aims slightly above it.
He pulls the dart.
Yeah. So and I think we saw an example of it there. He's almost compensating for the snatch of the dart. He's anticipating.
I think that is possible, yeah. Like you said also, you were talking about Martin Adams, I think it was yesterday, that Martin plays better when he's a bit nervous. And I think you can cope with it. You learn how to play with some strange personal details, like you pull your dart or you're nervous. You just change your technique a bit
Well, if you look at
to use it.
the biological reason why we get nervous as a human being, is to focus your mind. That's what fear is. It's to make you alert. So I always try and tell like young players, I never dealt with nerves. I'm not an expert on it because I didn't deal with nerves as a
Really?
player.
Never?
No, I
And as a
struggled.
caller then?
I struggled. As a caller, I'm very relaxed, but as a player, I struggle. But what I would say to somebody now is, nerves are there for a good reason. And I try and just turn it into a
Yeah,
positive.
try to use it, yeah.
Yeah.
Dart.
Sadly for me, Niels, I talk a good game. I just don't throw one.
And there are a lot of players who are saying, I play better with a bit of nerves. I play better when I play on this big stage. The big player from Holland, Dennis de Kloese, who's the substitute for the Dutch team. We see back in the second semi-final. Well, he told me yesterday on his debut, he'd rather play on the stage than on the floor. He needs the nerves.
Yeah, what we want within this system are players comfortable with the stage. That's the important thing. And events like this
I know
weekend.
where you're getting at now.
Yeah, events like this weekend are really going to help all of them. This is, for example, Mark Leighton's first experience of standing up there with cameras all around him, knowing, as you said, the eyes of that you can watch this anywhere in the world. He knows that people outside of this room are watching him, and it's a pressure that you have to deal with.
Yeah, but if really dart fans wants us to do that more often, please follow us and retweet our tweets and tell all your friends and family to look at this stream. But if we can increase the numbers, the chances get bigger and bigger that we can live stream more events.
Well, the shot's on here for Mark Leighton. He wants 146, so treble 18 he needed for the double 16. He'd love a big treble here to leave a double.
90.
Unlucky. Now, Scott usually starts on the treble 19 on this shot, Niels, but he's going upstairs. So,
it's in.
treble 19 for double 11.
99. Wales, you require 48.
Important dart this is for Wales on 48. To make it a 2-leg difference.
What a big leg this is.
40.
A bit unlucky there. I really feel for him. 2 darts right on the wire.
Yeah, he threw both of those darts, you know, firm and true. There was no bottle in that. He was so unlucky. Same for that dart from Scott, nice and straight. The way his darts lie, he just has to move over to the right.
20.
Well, a rare miss for the Lakeside World Champion. He's been brilliant on his finishing all weekend. Mark Layton, double 4. An 8 finish makes it 8 legs for Wales.
That's the second leg I see from Layton that he wins with a bit of luck. England's giving away gifts again, and he's so happy about it. It doesn't matter how you win it, just win the leg.
And as I say, they're celebrating individual leg wins like they've won a tournament, and that's what I love it.
Well, that promises something for the final. We'll see this later this afternoon.
You'll see in your shot right now, there's an empty table right down there, and that is England's table. The reason it's empty is everyone involved in the England entourage, they're all up here near the practice book. We've got all the girls up here supporting the guys.
So you can see it now.
There's Trina, the second captain there.
Let's get Trina here for a second. Trina. Come over here for a second. Trina, hello. Wales is fighting back now. What do you think?
Pardon? Say that again, sorry.
Wales is playing well now and they're fighting back. What are your thoughts?
I know. Well, it's a really tough call, isn't it, at the moment? So, yeah. Really
I think Glenn Durand is able to, to put the 11 leg on the scoreboard for England now?
Yeah, possibly. And, you know, Glenn's not played too bad, actually, as it goes. But it's been a few double issues, I think, over this the whole match for both sides. And
yes, and the thing is, the pressure is getting higher and higher each leg you play, and the double figures are on the scoreboard now, so you know you're reaching the end of the match.
Of course, and it's it's a bit of pressure building in now. So.
Well, Trina, thank you. Maybe we'll come back later.
You're very welcome.
So Trina goes back to nervously watch her team.
She is nervous, I think.
She's very nervous. They were anxious answers from Trina there. She's talking to us, looking over her shoulder at the match.
85.
It's not obligatory to have a national captain. Not all the countries do it. But and it isn't a role where you make any additional decisions, but I know that as far as the England setup is concerned, it's all about doing the kind of jobs that Martin Adams has done in the past, Tony O'Shea and Trina Gulliver, in motivating your players, saying the right thing. The last defeat for the England ladies, Lorraine Farlam, distraught at what happened at the end.
I saw it.
And Trina Gulliver spent a long time with her, getting her right, and that's their job.
Yeah, well, I agree, because in 2007, the World Cup in Rosmalen, I was team captain of the Netherlands, and it is a role you have, and it's a responsibility to look after your teammates. And well, I did it once. I really enjoyed it, though.
Do the Dutch team have a captain here?
At this moment, I don't think so. You always have some natural leader who takes the lead, but they're not selected. No.
Well, Glenn Durant down to 46, easing the nerves of Trina Gulliver and the rest of the England squad.
44. England to require 46.
So a bit of breathing space 14 and double 16 for 11-8. Glenn Durrant almost gurning there at the board. I won't try and do that facial expression.
So now what, Richard?
Well, I'm not going to say England back in command because I said that last time. Big leg coming up. Martin Phillips has been sensational today.
Yes.
He's taking on Gary Thompson, who we know missed a lot of doubles in this match. So let's see how this goes. I'm not a betting man, but on a one-leg call, I'd say Martin Phillips. He has the darts in this leg, so have to go with Martin here.
But if I'm honest, Thompson is a type of player who can change it just in one leg.
There's a lot of talking darts about temperament. Gary Thompson is called by his friends. I know a Yorkshireman, Richie Winpenny, gave him the name of the recliner.
The decliner, yeah.
The recliner, because it's like a chair that just lays back. And that's it, but he's playing an equally laid-back character in Martin Phillips. What I find, Niels, with Martin Phillips, again, I'm saying as a referee, well, look at Gary, as you say, he can turn it on any time. What I find with Martin, when you're up on stage, he always wants to have a little joke and a little smile. I think that's his way of dealing with nerves.
Okay, yeah, well, every player has his own way.
Yeah, have you noticed? He'll always come up a little smile, just a bit of fun. You go to shake his hand, he'd take the hand away quickly, just to have some banter. And I think it eases his nerves.
Well, I recognise that in a lot of players. It's a fast leg, this is.
Brilliant. 81. Now, that is the last time this weekend I'm going to make any kind of prediction.
Tony is watching our screen now. Can we allow that? Yes, we can. 85. What a game, Tony, this is.
Hey, listen, 11-8, anything can still happen, especially with Martin Phillips playing.
Well, you see him standing over here, Mr. O'Shea.
I can't see the board now. There it is.
There's the board again.
Yeah, don't show him again. He wants to watch the dartboard.
I'm going to leave now because he was playing well when I was stood at the back.
Yep. Tony says he's leaving the vicinity. He was playing well until he came to see us. Well, Martin Phillips 120 should be bread and butter shot for Martin.
I thought it was in there, Richard.
Yep. Now, forget all the missed doubles, Gary. Straight in the double top. There we go. What a leg for Gary Thompson. Now, that's put the one leg away, but for me, that's the match winner there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so as well. But the Thompson guys. Oh, well, the Stoney's going back again. He just changed the game, just in one leg.
Please welcome to the hockey for leg number 21 from England.
We've got a lot of tweets here from Northern Ireland. We've got a tweet here from Gary Watton. Best of luck to the Northern Ireland men's team against the hosts. From all at Area 1, Coleraine, Northern Ireland.
Well, if the Northern Irish can reproduce the form they showed yesterday, we are going to have a cracking second semi-final. And even though the Netherlands are the hosts, if we have a monitor on the volume of the two teams, I think the Northern Irish might just outdo you.
Some big words for a small man here. And also Thomas Taylor from Northern Ireland, our wee country, he says, come on Northern Ireland.
180!
You're sitting next to me, Richard. You're not standing on that stage. Behave, please, behave. Also got a tweet here from Tony Martin. Tony Martin also on Twitter. The husband of Anastasia Bromislova. He has a question for Richard, by the way. He says, is Richard sitting on a booster seat? He looks tall today, sitting there. Maybe he has a long top half.
Put it this way, I'm taller laying down, and we'll leave it there. Let's shut him up for a couple of minutes. Right, Martin Atkins, 180, 140. 50. He's about to bring it home for England. Disappointment in the ladies' event.
I will be answering some complaints on our commentary now. I'll be back in a few minutes. No, I'm not. I'm back.
16.
Far away here, Leighton for Wales. So
Yeah, they're
enough
just going
darts
through.
for this 121 for Atkins and a game for England.
Yeah, going through the motions. And as I say, disappointment in the ladies semi-final. This is going to give the whole national team here of England a big lift. They've been very impressive throughout. But I must say, a great performance from Wales.
43.
Overall.
Yeah, especially after the false start against Holland, 21-4, first group match.
That's a good point. They really played well since that opening game.
So it's 78 for Atkins here. And a match to England. To reach the final again, treble 18, no, 20 on tops for Atkins. One dart.
38.
Again, it was too high, Richard. Centimeters.
Well, we were giving Wales virtually their last rights here, and they're still in the match. 80. Good set up. The previous shot from Leighton, and he's hit the treble 20, giving himself 2 darts, a double 10.
He's gonna yell so loud if he hits it.
He likes to pinch these legs. He's been doing it all morning.
16. England to require 14.
So with 3 in his hand, I can't see Martin Atkins missing the chance. 1 above and 1 in. Well, it's double 10, only 1 left. He's done it. Look at that. England are through to the Six Nations Cup final, where they will meet either the Netherlands or Northern Ireland.